Hey, my friend, stop worrying about having the things that you don't have yet. Stop chasing, fixing, and forcing what you think should already be here. What I will give you today will help you to see the whole physical reality you're experiencing right now very differently. And it will help you to remove the worry and allow things to happen very, very fast. We think that in this world, we need to wait for a very long time for something to happen. And we think we need to work hard for something to happen. And we think that many times we can't have it all, or we don't deserve it all. But something that I've started experiencing recently as I've started experimenting with this loss and with this knowledge more than ever before, I've noticed that even the things that I thought that I truly need to work hard started happening very easily, very smoothly. Not that I didn't do anything, but I was very effortless. And I want to talk about this today because I want you to have this power, this knowledge, so also you can create in your life very smoothly. Doesn't matter where you are, doesn't matter what's your financial situation right now, what's your health situation, or whatever is the thing that you want. This knowledge will help you so much. So please listen to these words, take notes if you need to, and be as present with what I'm saying as possible. But also enjoying today's painting. As many of you know, I'm an artist and I combine my painting processes with these messages because painting will always put you into this more creative alpha state where you become more open for a message. So the moment you stop fighting for what you want and start feeling into why you even want it, something within you changes. When you focus on the feeling of whatever you want, it's, as if you already have it. I know many of you are very familiar with this concept, but I want to take you way deeper. So, before you think about how something can happen, or what needs to change so something can happen, there is a feeling. And feeling either says to you, it's not here yet, or I feel almost like eagerness or excitement that it's coming. These are two different feelings. And one is taking you into separation, like it's not here yet. Another one is kind of pulls you deeper into allowing that it's coming. You think you want the thing, like the money, the love, the home, the opportunity. But what you really want is the feeling you believe it will give you. Like a few days ago, I've seen a comment from someone who said, I really need a financial breakthrough because I'm not sure how will I pay my rent. And to that person, people like that would say, I really need money because otherwise I'm not sure how will I survive or how will I pay my rent. So the fundamental feeling here is lack of what I need, and it is causing them to feel worry or to feel fear, which is often what we experience. And in that situation, we believe that if we would have money, then these worries would disappear. Then we would feel, again, abundant, we would feel okay, we would feel safe, we would feel free. So you see, it's not the rent that is the problem, it's that feeling that is actually blocking the opportunity. There could be a new job opportunity, there could be an unexpected stream of money, there could be a gift from someone, there could be an option that your landlord would say to you, hey, you don't need to pay me because I won a lottery or whatever. You never know. There are always infinite options to something. But as long as we feel a feeling of lack of possibility, we block the options. And then with our mind's eye, we only see what is wrong, and we see only one potential solution, that is what's familiar to us. The truth is, you don't truly want money, you don't truly want peace or not worrying about it, you don't want a relationship, you don't want whatever you think you want. You actually want the connection and safety that that thing will bring to you. You want to feel seen or fulfilled or just free. And these are the feelings that we really crave, and these are the feelings that unlock doors of magic in life. Feeling seen, feeling fulfilled, feeling free, feeling connected, feeling safe. These are the real feelings. And now if we can get into that feeling and have an intention for what we want, now we kind of unlock doors for unexpected new opportunities. And that's something that is really, really practical if we start experimenting with it. Because everything you've ever desired is really a bridge to a feeling state. And the moment you find that feeling without the thing comes to you. And obviously here is a sketchy thing because as soon as you feel the feeling of it, like feeling free, feeling safe, and for the case of not having money to pay the rent, probably there's a feeling of I feel free and safe because I've already paid the rent. For that kind of a person, then if you already paid it, you don't need to look for how money will come because you feel it already came. And if you can sustain that feeling, then you can prepare for something unexpected. But you can't wait it, because if you wait it, it feels you haven't paid it yet. It's not paid yet, so you're still needing it. The point is that we grow beyond the feeling of needing it into the feeling of it's already done, I'm already free. And therefore we truly need to become very playful in our lives with how can I be more playful? How can I be more free? Like what puts me into a state of being free? And that's what opens doors. So the thing is that most people live in lack. They wake up thinking about what's missing, and they go to sleep replaying what they still don't have. But when you live from lack, you create more lack, because energy doesn't judge, it simply amplifies what you're broadcasting. If you wake up saying it's not here yet, you're vibrating at not here yet. If you say, I wish it would be, I wish it would come, you're vibrating like it's missing. So you see the point here. Energy that you feel is everything. Feeling that you feel is everything. So if you can develop a practice in your life, especially when it's tough, that's actually when you truly need to practice what you're learning. Because these videos that became so viral about manifestation and all of that, they're not here to entertain you. They're not here to make you less bored. They're here to teach you something that is already within you. This is not a common sense for society, but it is a common sense for the universe and for wise people. So, because you are wise, you're returning into this knowledge. It was never forgotten. It was only asleep. So, when you live from lack, you create lack. But when you live from freedom and feeling safe and feeling open and feeling connected, then you're creating more connection. Then you're creating more of what makes you feel safe. Then you're creating more of what makes you feel abundant. So when you can feel like feeling seen, feeling safe, feeling grateful, feeling appreciation, you begin to collapse the timeline between desire and reality. This is the power of observation. Like, it's all about how you observe life. And isn't it true that when the student is ready, the teacher will come? And sometimes in our reality, the teacher truly is life. It's the universe that gives you a challenge to see how well you've learned what you've been studying. So for a long time, this information may seem to you like great entertainment until you come across a challenge in life where you need to truly use it because nothing else works. And if you apply it correctly and through time you learn to do it because there is no other option, usually for people who go into this knowledge, usually they will go through initiation. That is the spiritual work, and we call it the dark night of the soul. So when we come to the point where there is no other option, we need to use this knowledge. And in order to use this knowledge, it means we need to go beyond what we knew, which means we need to learn to awaken the feeling of already having it, even though physical evidence doesn't give us any reason to feel it. Which means we need to believe this knowledge more than we believe what we know intellectually or logically. Which means that what can be the most helpful in order to cultivate that new feeling is to keep feeding our minds with information that can empower us around this knowledge. That's something that helped me. So I was rereading books about law of attraction, for example. I was rereading books by Esther Hicks, for example, because I truly wanted to understand what precisely I need to do to maintain the frequency of a life that I want to experience, so I can get into a frequency where I don't want it anymore because I already have it. And when I've started doing this work very precisely, I've written down a date, like when I've started, just so I've been able to measure the time between starting it and experiencing first manifestations. And I've noticed certain things happen in few days, certain things happen in 1 month, but everything happened exactly how I wanted. Just that I've written down my desire, and then I've stopped desiring it. I've started feeling like I already live it. I already live in that desire. And more I was feeling it, and yes, I had days when I've fallen off that feeling. I've started lacking it, and I've returned back to the book to see what I've done wrong. And I've noticed I've started, at some point of my day, I've started focusing on lacking it. It's not here yet. And it made me feel worry. It made me feel fear. What if it doesn't come? How will I do this if it doesn't happen? And I've noticed, okay, all these feelings, all these emotions are the cause of me focusing on not having it. So my desire can't come to fruition if I'm focusing on not having it. I can only manifest more of experiences where I'm not having it, more of evidence that I'm not having it. So as soon as I've noticed the connection between what I'm focusing on and how I'm feeling, I've recognized that longer I'm focused on not having it, stronger is the emotion of worry and fear and sadness and maybe even desperation. And therefore I've recognized, okay, sooner I focus back on this thought that it's already here, an appreciation of what is already an evidence that things are coming or happening, or that I'm already great at so many things, or my life is already incredible in so many ways. Less I was feeling worry, less I was feeling fear, and actually I was noticing more gratitude, I was noticing more openness. But in few days, I've started really seeing that it's much easier for me to be in a positive state, and less often I fall into a negative state. In the next few days, I've noticed that I wake up feeling almost like excited for what is coming. I wake up grateful. I wake up very connected with life. And I've noticed that it's like a snowball effect. More I'm practicing it, more I'm doing it, stronger that new feeling is becoming. And that new feeling is all about being connected. It's all about feeling the feeling that I thought I would only feel if what I want happens. And I literally became the source for the life I was desiring. And then unexpected opportunities found me, something that never happened before. And in the past, I would thought it's not possible. And when I've shared stories with people in my life, they said, well, how could this be possible? But because they're familiar with this work, they were like, oh, now you inspired me to work on this as well. So I want to encourage you to really focus on the feeling behind things that you want, because it will immediately draw a connection between how you feel and how your life is. And when you overcome the old feeling of lack and you replace it for the feeling of freedom, for the feeling of happiness, for the feeling of excitement, or whatever it is that you think that result will bring to you, you will notice that doors will open you would never expect before. But the whole key truly is that we can maintain that feeling. So I know, because I've met many people that have manifested great lives, and they all believed in law of attraction, for example, but they all have used practices differently. To me, what helps is to keep rereading books that talk about it, so I can make more sense, because my mind is very almost like systematic or scientific. I really need well explained information in order to understand the meaning and application behind it. And some people have just visualized it. Some people have just listened affirmations. But it doesn't truly matter what we do. What matters is that we get into a state of feeling as we would feel if it would be already real. I know this information may be repeating to you, but it is repeating because it's so important to apply it. And only when we start applying it, we recognize the value of its repetition. Otherwise, it's like, yeah, I already know it. But if your life hasn't changed, it means you don't truly know it. You've just heard it. You've memorized it, but you haven't practiced it. So you're still maybe waiting, and waiting keeps it away. Being draws it in. When you want, you say it's not here. But when you are it, it's like you would say it's already done. And as soon as you start wanting it, as soon as you start worrying, you're back in waiting. When you're in being it, it's already done. You're not in worry anymore. Now, whatever happens, you know it's taking you there. Whatever happens in your life, it's not a bad thing. It's unfolding of your desire. Even though it would look to your old identity as something bad, it's part of unfolding, because something greater is coming that is a part of your desire. And that is the trick. We need to trick our reactive mind into being patient and excited for what is coming. So if you truly want abundance, practice feeling safe with what you have right now. If you want love, practice opening your heart instead of protecting it. And then quit these old stories like all men are the same, or all women are the same, or whatever you've been saying. When you practice opening your heart, you also open to new opportunities, which means you open to something new you've never experienced before. and more there is love and feeling safe and feeling seen in your heart, more of that feeling, more you open up to opportunities that will surprise you in this sense. So for those of you who have maybe challenges with old stories, write some new affirmations that will reframe these old stories. Firstly, notice what the old stories are. We call them limiting beliefs. So then you can focus on a new story that will be an upgraded version of the old one that will be more constructive, more loving, more open, and you can play with that. So if you want purpose in your life, start living like someone who matters, even before the world tells you that you do. Start doing something that gives you a sense of purpose, like maybe making content on the internet or helping someone on the streets or in the grocery store. Just because it may give you a sense of purpose. Because the universe doesn't give you what you want, even though wanting is a beginning of that journey. You first need to want it, then you find the feeling behind it and you become the feeling of it, and then it comes to you. That's why the universe doesn't truly give you what you want, it gives you what you are, and you are what you feel right at this moment. And when you stop waiting for life to give you permission to feel good, life begins to mirror that goodness back to you in physical form, when you become the feeling of it. So there's always a space between feeling it and seeing it. And that space is called divide. It's the moment when nothing seems to happen, but energetically everything is already happening. You're writing codes of the new reality. And codes are written through your intention and through your feeling. And codes are invisible until they materialize. That's why it feels like nothing happens until everything happens. This is usually how manifestation works. Like there's nothing going on for a long time and then suddenly everything unfolds almost at the same time. That's where your old patterns are actually dissolving and new alignments are forming. Your energy is catching up to your knowing. And most people sabotage it right here because they don't see it happening. They start doubting, forcing, questioning, and losing faith. They literally fall back into their old personality, not realizing that this quiet space is truly the bridge between worlds. So if you are the in-between, just don't rush it. If you feel sometimes you're still waiting it and you're in danger, know that you're not. That everything will be fulfilled. Just work on feeling it as much as you can. Hold the feeling, hold the frequency of that new life. You don't need to be perfect at it because the universe notices differences every time they're made. So if you can maintain few minutes a day longer than you did before, there will be a change. But keep working on feeling it as much as you can. Stay in the energy of it's already done. You see, it's not like I am grateful but actually feel the lack of it. It's not like that. Like in the past, we were living so much in our minds that we think that if we say something or if we think something, we are already it. But there's separation between mind and body if we don't feel what we think. If there are underlying thoughts that are based in lack and separation, there will be underlying feeling that will reflect that. That's why we truly need to feel the thoughts, like feeling free, feeling rich, feeling connected, feeling safe. Whatever is the feeling that you think you crave the most. So if you're in between, don't rush the process. Don't demand proof from the universe. You can ask it for a sign, but don't be too urgent around it. Just hold the feeling, hold the frequency. Stay in the energy of it's already done, because that's when it happens. Right after you stop looking for it. From a quantum point of view, every version of you already exists. the one who has what you want, already lives in another frequency band, like a radio station. You need to plug in and then you hear it. And therefore you don't need to create that version of you. You just need to tune into that version. And that's when synchronicities take you to a new reality. And you do it through emotion. Your emotions are the coordinates that tell reality where to meet you. Every time you choose to feel good in the present moment, or just to feel aligned with that reality, you're aligning yourself with the timeline where it's already true. So it's not necessarily that you feel good. You maybe just feel safe. You maybe just feel connected. You feel the presence of everything being resolved, everything being okay. Maybe you just feel relaxed. The point is that your intention reflects your emotion. Every time you stop searching and start embodying, you move closer to that version of you. Until one day, it's not someday, it's now. And you realize that it was never about manifesting the thing, it was about remembering who you are. Because in your true soul nature, you are already free. You are already abundant. You're already happy. You're already creative, infinitely creative. You are inspired. That is your soul nature. But if you live in your soul nature, there will be no lack in your physical life. There will be no separation in your physical life. That's what this matrix did. It programmed our minds into believing that there's something missing, that there's something wrong with us. So we would manifest lack of our desires. So we would rely onto it to feel complete. So the real empowerment happens when we realize that we need to become the embodiment of what we want, because it truly gives our power back, and we notice that in this universe everything works perfectly and we are part of this perfect order, which means there is no hard work requires as much as there's alignment that is required. That's why some people need to work so little in a day and have so much, because they've learned the art of alignment, even though sometimes they're not even conscious about it. It was just natural to them. That's why some people live such an incredible, abundant, happy lives, and maybe they work 1 hour a day or even less, because they figured out a frequency alignment, and you can master it too right now. At the beginning, it's maybe the hardest because it goes against the old concept that you need to have something to feel it. Now you need to feel it to have it. And whatever trick helps you to feel it before it happens, it will work on actually making it happen, because it will come to you and you will feel inspired to do certain things. So in the void, in between the old reality and new ones, there will be insights coming to you, inspiring words or science, or kind of like intuitive pulse that you need to take action with them, because there are whispers from your soul that are taking you into that new reality. So I hope you found a great value today. All I want to give you with this video is power that you can create your own life, that you can create abundance for you, that you can create incredible loving relationships in your life, that you can create more happiness, more health, more bliss, more joy for you. Because this is your birthright and you're waking up to this, and you deserve it all. No guilt anymore around abundance, no guilt around love, no guilt around money, because you deserve it all. This is our birthright. And more you're able to let go of this old mentality, old energy that is related to guilt if you have it, or shame if you have it, you notice that you just deserve it. This is your birthright. And you can do so much good with it. So maybe think about what good can you do if you have it. Whatever will take you into the energy of already having it. Don't wait it, be it, and be amazed by how things will unfold in your life. I will leave you here. I hope you've enjoyed in today's painting. To anyone who would like to get a print of it, go onto AttractPassion.com and see which painting resonates with you. Also, join our Patreon community for more exclusive content, guided meditations and courses, and YouTube membership if you would love to support this channel. Thank you so much for being part of the community, for sharing your stories in the comment section. Share your success stories, inspire others. Share what you're grateful for, inspire others to think more in gratitude. Share what you are working on to inspire others, and know that it's all about being it, not waiting it. Yes. Till next time, my friend, one love.